Anomaly detected.
The upgrades are completed. We are ready for the test. But I ran the numbers again.
Yeah, you are still worried we could have a containment failure.
Keeping the dimensional barrier open that long will redline every system in the cyclotron. I cannot promise she will hold together.
Kurtz, do you pay any attention to reports from the Eastern Front? We do this now, before the Red Army arrives. But we do not do it at all.
Of course, of course. I just thought we should go into this with our eyes open.
Understood, my dear Kurtz. But if we can change the course of the war, any risk is worth taking.
I have completed my adjustments, Dr. Vogel. You may begin recording.
Thank you, I already have. This is Ulrich Vogel, Director of Project End Station. 7th of March, 1944, 10:03 p.m. Commentron test run number 12. Dr. Kurtz, please proceed.
All readings are within acceptable parameters. Looks like we are getting the collisions we expected and, some interesting patterns are starting to.
What was that?
I do not know. Gauges are redlining. We have to shut down.
Thank God. What is happening to the air around the collider?
You men! Back away from that! I'm trying! Controls are not responding!
Guards! Retreat! Seal your things in the chamber! Director of Project End Station, 12th of March, 1944. 5 days have passed since the accident. I am starting to see it not as a setback, but a breakthrough. Literally. The cyclotron continues to operate, apparently without an external power source. We cannot deactivate it, and it is still manifesting the strange phenomenon I call a rift, and Kurtz calls a wormhole. He attached instruments to the end of a long metal pole and passed it through the rift. The readings confirm that somehow the cyclotron ripped through the fabric of space-time. Something lies on the other side. A parallel world, or perhaps a whole universe. But we dare not approach too closely, lest we suffer the same fate as the men currently held in our medical clinic. Those men remain in a state best described as living death. Kurt thinks they caught a high dose of some exotic radiation from the other side of the rift. We are checking their blood and tissue samples for traces of rare elements or otherworldly pathogens. I pray, whatever it is not contagious.
Good effect.
Vogel, 16th of March, 1944. We have finally isolated an unknown element in the men who were transformed by the cyclotron accident. And even at this early stage, it is clearly a remarkable substance. For now, we have classified it as Exo-Element 1. Kurtz suggested Vogelium. Such an ass-kisser. The current theory is that at sufficient concentrations, Exo-Element 1 triggers the horrific transformations experienced by the men closest to the cyclotron rift. I am currently designing a chamber to withdraw Exo-Element 1 from the occupant. My hope is to somehow purify the men and reverse their necrotic condition. If we can learn to control the necrotization process, I believe it could be weaponized. Imagine an army of unkillable soldiers. Even at this late point in the war, I may have found the key to saving the Reich.
Processing.
Ulrich Vogel, Director of Project Station 19th of March 1944. Dr. Kurtz and I continue our study of the men so grotesquely transformed by the cyclotron accident. We have confirmed an exotic element contaminated their bodies, necrotizing the flesh and shutting down essential metabolic functions while somehow maintaining a semblance of life in them. Our hope is to modify a radiation scrubber and heal the poor wretches, but they will not be willing patients. So we will need a chamber of sorts. This may take some time.
Processing.
Vogel, 3rd of April 1944. After a great deal of trial and error, the decontamination chamber is complete. Kurtz unfortunately referred to it as Der Wechsler, and I'm afraid the nickname stuck. To be clear, we are not trying to change these men so much as restore them. The initial results are encouraging, slightly. Removing exo-elemental contamination from their brains improved some higher functions and reduced their violent outbursts. But these men are far from restored. Medical trials will continue.
Anomaly processing.
Ulrich Vogel, PhD, 22nd of August, 1944. It took losing Normandy to finally get the Fuhrer's attention. Now, at last, he wants to weaponize our findings here at End Station. It was an idea that occurred to me the moment I first conceived of the Wechsler. If we can restore the minds of our necrotized soldiers, even just to follow simple commands, we could unleash an undead army on both fronts. Just imagine each brave German who falls in battle rising back up to protect the fatherland. It gives me joy to picture the enemy running in terror from men who cannot die. You have memorized the new orders, yes? Did you burn after reading?
Ja, Vogel. And I thought security was tight before the accident. Do you think we can actually accomplish what the Reichstag is asking for?
I would not have suggested it if I did not think it achievable. But let us guard against overconfidence. If we do not deliver, they will find someone who can. And I am not about to give up control of this discovery. All we need is to send through a few volunteers to measure the specific relativistic differential.
Volunteers? Would you take on such a task?
Mind your words, Dr. Kurtz. I would hate for someone to question your commitment.
You are recording this.
What we do now will ensure the Chancellor's dream of a 1,000-year Reich. There must be a record. This is Ulrich Vogel, Director of Project End Station. 27th of January 1945, 7:20 a.m. Task Force Balder is in position. I am powering up the cyclotron, and we are about to embark on this...
Dr. Vogel? Sorry. I did not know you were recording.
Why are you here, Dr. Kurtz? Did you not read my final orders?
Ja, Herr Doktor. That is what I wish to speak about. This last part. About your daughter.
I know it is asking a lot, Kurtz. And I know you and I have not always seen eye to eye. But I trust no one more than you to look after Angelica when I am gone. If nothing else, you are thorough.
I am honored, sir. But this may not be necessary. I beg you, do not evacuate the facility before launching the operation. With the staff here, there's a chance we can stabilize the collider and safely...
Kurtz, stop. You showed me yourself how Operation Boulder will surely overload the power couplings. But calling it off would doom the Reich. This, my friend, is the only path forward. Take her. Teach her. Be there, both of you, when Operation Boulder bears fruit. Finish my work. Make sure the staff clears out. Get to safety. Live a long life. And tell Angelica her father loved her. I will alert the task force when the breach is stable, and I will see them through alone. Understood?
Jawohl, Herr Doktor. You will not be forgotten.
If the Reich lives on, it will all be worth it.
This realm will be...
Anomaly processing.
Hallo! Scheiße! The monsters! They are everywhere. I am surrounded. My men, they are all gone. All that remains. And station has fallen. That scientist, he knew first he flees during the transport, since the radiation leak. Now the undead are everywhere. That Satzak, that swine. He knew this would happen. He left us for dead. Breathe, Porter. It will be fine. They will send reinforcements as they have to. So until then, I will hide, yeah. That's right. I will hide, and I will evade.
Rick Vogel, Director of Project N Station, 29th of January, 1945. Finally done. 2 days ago, we bid farewell to those sent here by the Führer to carry out Operation Boulder. Godspeed, heroes of the Reich. Unfortunately, the strain proved too much for the cyclotron. Several seals blew on the cooling unit, and radioactive steam contaminated the station. I ordered an evacuation. The entire staff is gone now, on their way to join our forces in retreat. But with the Red Army advancing, I can only hope they got away in time. As for me, I have chosen to remain and monitor the equipment. I must confirm Task Force Boulder is in position. Everything now rides on their success. I have no illusions about my chances here. This is Soviet territory now, and when they find me, they will surely kill me. But, in a sense, they are already too late.
What in hell is this place?
Okay, I am rolling.
is abandoned.
Enemy horde? They mean us, Dmitriev. Whatever is down here, Geiger counter does not approve.
Kalashki, have you ever seen such machinery?
Only in nightmares, Dmitriev.
You there, with the big machine, surrender. I said surrender. What if? Get this on camera.
Здравствуйте. My name is Pavel Lazarev. I was sent to contain this mess, and you're going to help me. Comrade, state your name.
Kasimir Sikov, Starshina, 1st Guards Tank Army. I am mechanic.
I was told, despite your limited education, you understand German equipment.
Well, I scavenge parts from panzer tanks to keep our T-34s running. How can I be of service, Comrade Lazarev?
There is a machine I need you to deactivate. It is called a cyclotron. It leaks. Strange. You have seen what it does to men.
Da, Colonel. What if same thing happens to me?
You will not fail, Zykov. You may not survive, but you will not fail. Understood?
Da.
Congratulations, товарищ! You're going to be a hero of the Soviet Union.
It is me, your Casimir. I am sorry to break my promise. But I will not be coming home to you. I have orders to turn off a German machine. Diesel engines, I understand. Radios I can fix, but this... The things down here try to kill me. Perhaps they already have. But not before I finish my mission. I got all the power, but still the machine ran. And I swear, sometimes I hear it call my name. I am going to try one more thing. If the dead will let me. I have tools, but not many bullets. That Swolosker who ordered me down here. I do not do this for him. I do this for the world. For Mother Russia. I do this for you, Raisa. My love for you will never die.
Processing.
Are you certain no one saw us come down here?
Lazarev and his people have gone into Poznan. Just make sure no one else approaches. Trust me, no one knows we helped ourselves to whatever this is.
You know perfectly well what it is. Gold. Enough for both of us to buy a nice dacha in the country.
I do not know why they needed gold for a big fish tank, but at least this is to take out.
That is no aquarium, Kalashnik. Look more like a gas chamber. Fucking Nazis.
Whole place stinks of death, Dmitriev. But you and I will be rich long after bad smell fades away.
Detect processing.
I still cannot believe that idiot German tried to sneak back in.
And I thought scientists were supposed to be smart.
Well, it's not like anyone in Poznan would want to shelter him.
I wonder what he wanted. You think he came back for this gold?
Let Colonel Lazarev worry about that. You just remember which tree, okay?
Stay safe up there. Uncle Vadim and Uncle Alexei will come for you just as soon as Berlin is in flames.
Face it, I was out of your league.
This is Colonel Pavel Lazarev interrogating prisoner Luke Kurtz on 2nd of February, 1945. Dr. Kurtz, you worked at Project End Station.
Why did you and so many others desert the facility?
We were ordered to evacuate. We did our duty to the fatherland. That is all you will get out of me.
I lost 14 men shutting down the mess you left behind. So I have very little patience for bravado or delays of any sort. You will talk.
Do what you want to me. I don't care anymore.
Perhaps not, Dr. Kurtz. But if you do not immediately tell me where the rest of the end station stuff went, I will have that little girl we found hiding with you shot.
No! Wait. Angelica has done nothing. She only sought shelter from the fighting.
She matters to you, and for that, she will die.
Kill her, and you will lose any leverage you have over me. But I'm willing to strike a bargain if it will save her life.
Go on.
I will tell you where the rest of the end station staff are hiding. Only if you agree to spare Angelica and allow me to look after her.
An interesting proposal. But even I would not consign a child to be raised as a Nazi. So here is my counter-proposal. You come back to Mother Russia and continue your work. For me. She will receive a proper Bolshevik education and become a productive member of society. But only if you give up your comrades.
How do I know you will keep your end of the bargain?
Because you are going to make yourself too valuable to execute. Starting right fucking now. Understood?
Bring me a map. I will give you names and locations.
Fatal error. Yours.
Stuck here.
Is that my tea?
Yes, Uncle Lucas.
Alexandra, would you join me for a moment? There's a matter we should discuss.
Of course. What is it?
I was hoping you could enlighten me to the meaning of this envelope I received today. Dear Miss Valentina, on behalf of the Committee on Admissions, your application to the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology has been formally accepted. We had an agreement. Anything you wanted in life, I would support you. Except one thing.
Uncle, please, I can explain.
You promised me you gave up this foolish pursuit. Do you know where this road leads? I have seen it, lived it. Horrors you could not possibly imagine.
But I am good at it. The world out there, the factory, I do not understand. But this, physics and microbiology.
I saw what it did to your father. It took years before I understood the pain we caused, the atrocities we committed. I will not allow you to follow in his path.
You do not understand. I must! He told you I must complete his work. Take her, teach her, be there, both of you, when Operation Boulder bears fruit.
What did you say? How could you possibly know that? This acceptance letter is going in the trash. Better yet, the fire.
No!
We shall not speak of this again. Alexandra, is it time for tea already?
Yes, Uncle. Be careful. It is quite hot.
Tea can never be too hot. Alexandra, can I have a moment, please? About our discussion yesterday. I know you may not appreciate it now, but please understand my only concern is for your well-being. Your father was a complicated man. It was a different time. What we did was wrong. I only wish to protect you from the mistakes we made.
I understand, Uncle Lucas. But I do not agree.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
My father was a brilliant man. And you were a pathetic worm lurking in his shadow.
How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you denounce his work? How dare you sit there and feed me lies?
Careful, Alexandra. Your father...
I will go to university, Uncle. You will not stop me. Father is disappointed you lost your way. You abandoned Operation Boulder.
The tea... What have... done... Alexandra!
My name is Angelica Hannibal Vogel. My father has a plan, and I will help him complete it. It is finished, Father. I did as you instructed. Do you approve? Father?
Fatal error. Yours.
Stuck here.
Good hunting. Horde threat terminated.
Random.
Kravchenko, 21st of April 1983. 3 weeks since I accepted command of Spetsgruppe Omega. And I'm beginning to wonder if Comrade Andropov was out of his mind when he created this book show. My first order of business was a thorough review of Omega Group activities since their formation in '75. What a fucking joke. The study of psychotronic phenomena. What does that even mean? Biocommunication, bioenergetics, bioinformation. Words invented by paper pushers to make ghost stories sound real. I read hundreds of their bullshit reports and found nothing useful. So, I reassigned the authors to take biolatrines. But if Andropov was not out of his mind, if he saw some genuine operational value in any of this nonsense, I will give this one more month, and then I will pull the plug.